What's going on, everyone? Today we're putting all the eastern box turtles in their indoor enclosures. Now I say that very boldly because I want you to know these indoor enclosures, to your guys' view on watching a screen, they may not look very big, but I mean they're big enclosures and they can comfortably hold the amount of turtles that they're going to have in. Now personally, I feel like it may be 1 or 2 box turtles a little much, but I want you to look at this picture of their outdoor enclosure. This is an entire, what used to be dog pen, that has been altered to be their enclosure. They have like a 250-gallon wading pool with a creek attached to it, multiple hiding spots, a lot of great things that they can go in. And they're in it for half the year, and they're in their indoor enclosures for half the year. So if you're going to criticize me for their setups, just know they're only in this for just like half the year, and then they're going to be outside, natural sunlight, natural diet, everything for a very long time. So here's the first enclosure. I already put Tiki in there because kind of see him there. He was causing problems. Him and Turbo were fighting, so I had to separate them immediately. So I am going to separate the group. I'm going to put the bigger females in this enclosure because it has the biggest egg laying spot. So right off the bat, this is Brooke. Brooke, she's the biggest female eastern box, and she's going to be the first one to go in this enclosure other than Tiki. Alright, so here goes Brooke. The info on the enclosure is eco-worth bedding. You see some leaves on there, a lot of hiding spots. I made sure there were enough hiding spots where they could all go hide. This water bowl is somewhat temporary. Since the water is a little small for the amount of turtles in here, I'm going to be soaking them three times a week. But here's their egg laying. As you can see, I boarded it up. It's about 8 inches deep, and the bigger females are going in this enclosure because of that egg laying spot. So let's grab the next female. So this is Elda. She's the next biggest female, and to get that out of the way there, she's going to be in here as well. I think she'll like it. The enclosure, I think, is just about perfect, comfortable size, and I made sure they had all of their requirements and necessities. So let's grab the next turtle. They're all in this tank. So the next one, you know what, I'm just gonna cut over. So the last female that will be in this enclosure is actually gonna be the smallest breeding sized female. This is because I didn't want to put all of the big turtles in one enclosure and then put the smaller ones in the other one. I wanted to even it out. So here's a smaller female just to add a little bit more space for the enclosure above. So we'll stick her right here. You can see her wander off. And we have one more turtle to put in here, and that's another male. So you may be thinking you don't want to put males with males. This is a 2.3 setup in here, so there's 2 males with 3 females, so you don't have to worry about the females getting too harassed. The males, however, they may kind of have arguments themselves. Now this may go on for a few days, it may go on not at all, or a few months, but one thing you need to know about box turtles is, or about these box turtles, is you usually have a dominant male and then kind of like the second dominant male that is, dominant except for when the dominant male is around, and then any other male after that's usually more shy. So I have the 2 dominant males separated, and I'm gonna have the 2 shyer males in there, and the 2 shyer males won't challenge the dominant, or they won't, they'll shy away from the dominant male. So here he goes, and this will be all the turtles for this enclosure. There he is. Tiki's already scoping out the females, seeing if they're alright. And there goes Mr. P. Let's go up to the next setup. So the first turtle to be in this enclosure, this is Tiki. Put him in the light here. He's got a nice long UVB right there. This is Tiki. No, I'm not sorry, not Tiki. I'm sorry. This is Turbo. Tiki's in the bottom. This is Turbo. This is the second dominant male. He definitely will challenge the dominance of other males, but I'm gonna set him right here. This is his enclosure. Pretty nice, I'd say. This is the egg laying spot. As you can see, I've elevated it up with some rocks. This huge Hobba Hut was sent to me by a viewer, so thanks a lot to that person who sent it. They have a nice hide under all this, under this bark and stuff, and a nice terracotta water bowl as well. And again, guys, this is a big enclosure. So next turtle. So here we have Ziggy in the sticker right here. You can see her. This is another bigger female. She's super nice, awesome turtle. Look at those patterns, amazing. So we're gonna set her in here as well. I think that they'll all do great indoors in these setups. High humidity, a nice substrate, a lot of hiding spots, and Turbo's already interested. So let's move on. Next up, BB-8. She's a juvenile. I'm gonna be watching them to see if there's any trying to breed with her since she's so small. There's been no breeding activity or an interest in her when they were outside, but I'm still gonna watch her and make sure. If anything, I can just move one of the bigger females up here to take attention away from her. But I think she'll be alright, because there's a lot of places where she can kind of slip in to get away. So there she is. Last but not least, for this enclosure, this is Frostbite. He's a little bit more shy, so I'm not too worried about the males picking on each other. Such a cool turtle, for sure. As you can see, he's got the nice white arms. They look yellow right now. They're not yellow at all, it's just the lighting. It's from the heat lamp. You can get a different color by the UVB. But a Frostbite, we'll stick him right here, and that'll be it. So there's 2 males, an adult female, and then the juvenile female. If anything, I can move up one of the other females, like I said earlier. I'm going to be watching them, and if I see any difficulties, worst case, I can always just split them up. But yeah, that's going to be it for the box turtles going in their enclosures. So I actually decided to end up moving the smaller female, Cleo, up here. I did notice Turbo kind of look at BB-8 a little funny, so I decided to bring her up, and I think that they'll be a-okay in here. So we'll set her down. You know what? Set her down over here and go in the hut if she wants. Nope. Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a thumbs up, a subscribe, and a comment if you don't mind so much. But make sure to send something into the P.O. box. The address is in the description below. And if you want to help support the channel, check out the Amazon wish lists in the description as well. You send something into the P.O. box and I'll open it up. You'll just see me open it and it'll be used. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. So I forgot to do an end credit on the last video, so that I was going to do double in this video. So I decided just to do a quick, full-on update for you guys 2 weeks later. So here are the enclosures. I kind of switched turtles around a little bit. All are doing well. I had to put Turbo in his own enclosure. This is the little kiddie pool setup I have going here. Because he was fighting with Frostbite, the male that he was with. He was fighting with every single male there, so I had to separate him. So he's doing alright. I just misted them, their daily mist, and he's a little shook right now because I misted him down. But as you can see, I'll bring it over here. He's doing good. Now this setup, I would say, is a little small. However, I don't recommend this, but he kind of gets free roaming privileges a little bit. He's really the only turtle that's comfortable being out of his enclosure. So when I'm in here doing like homework or just, I don't know, playing a game, I will let him free roam just a little bit. Now over here, all is doing well. So you can see pretty high humidity after a mist. Here's their enclosure. I have Elda in here right now. There's Elda. Then I have BB-8 and Frostbite. And here's a new turtle you guys haven't seen. His backstory will be on YouTube very soon. It's a little pretty gross one. All turtles are doing great in here. There is Mr. P looking fantabulous. Jackie the Malaysian box. I said in a video when I put them in here that she's just gonna have to hang in there for a little bit until I can get an enclosure for her specific needs. So she's doing great. She's been in here for a few weeks, doing fine. It just isn't how I like to set up a Malaysian box. So her setup, she's just gonna have to hang in there for a little bit. Then we have Cleo, and then of course in the pipe we have Brooke and Tiki. Of course they're not out, but that's how it is right now. 2 weeks later, all doing great, and